Okay, match 4. Home stretch. We're sliding into home here, man. We're getting there. No holds barred match. Triple H and Batista. If Triple H loses, he must retire from in-ring competition. Oh no, he can't wrestle once a year. How terrible that must be. Robbing his poor paycheck. That's kind of a stupid stipulation on it.
I started thinking about this.
Okay.
What would cause Batista to come back? Because Batista's not going to want to come back and just lose and then just disappear again.
Right.
So I started thinking it could be that Batista does defeat Triple H, and Triple H does retire. But here's the thing about retirement. It doesn't always stick. Shawn Michaels was retired for 8+ years, and then he ended up coming back.
Right.
Triple H and Stephanie are the heir apparent to run the company.
Yes.
So it's not like if he can no longer wrestle, he's not going anywhere. He's still going to be there. So I actually started thinking about it. I think Batista has a shot at winning it just with that stipulation. If it was just another good old-fashioned no-holds-barred match without the stipulation, I was going to give it to Triple H. But with the retirement aspect added to it, and given the fact that Batista is now a semi-top movie star,
yeah,
I think that has some legitimacy, because if I'm Batista, I'm not going to come back for one match and then just leave again.
Right.
Unless I can leave a lasting impact.
The funny thing about these retirement, like you have to retire, these angles that they pull, you're absolutely right. They can always be remedied. They can be fixed. I would not be surprised if 2 months, if Triple H honestly loses, he has to retire. I wouldn't be surprised 2 months later he pulls himself out of retirement by some Vince McMahon shows up and, hey, you're back in there. You have to fight him. And I was like, I wouldn't be surprised that's the case. So I'm not a fan of those kind of angles. Like I'm not buying into that angle. I don't know why they would go that direction. I would just your traditional Triple H Batista match, I'm okay with. You know, they know each other. There's history there. It's cool to see Batista back in the ring. I actually was a fan of Batista. He was part of that era when I wasn't watching. But going back and revisiting some of his matches, like his WrestleMania match with Cena, that was WrestleMania 26 in Arizona. I'm a big fan of his matches. I love his Rumble victory. I'm glad he's back. And I don't really need him back full time. I like these one-off matches that he's doing. You know, I'm a fan of Batista. So I think you're right that direction. I think Batista gets the win against Triple H. I think maybe it cultivates a little further beyond that. I'm not buying the Triple H angle, you know, retirement, whatever. You can always remedy that. So to me, if it was just between those two, I'm picking Batista for the win.
And I'm going to sidetrack just a little bit, because they did the exact same thing with Kevin Owens. Less than a year ago, Shane McMahon fired Kevin Owens from SmackDown. And yet he's back on SmackDown. So none of this truly sticks.
Exactly. So I think Batista winning is probably pretty safe. Triple H actually, I just found this out actually from a WWE video on YouTube. Triple H has the losingest record. I don't know how to say that, but he's lost the most WrestleMania matches. So he's not afraid to put people over at WrestleMania. As much as people would think that he never puts people over, actually at WrestleMania he does it more often than not. So give Triple H credit. Believe me, I don't like Triple H. I'm not a fan of him at all.
Yeah, because out of the 3 WrestleManias that I've been to, and out of many pay-per-views, the main one that I can remember him winning was against Randy Orton at 25.
Yes. Terrible main event. Horrible main event.
Yeah, any match after The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels is not going to be that good.
Yeah, maybe not their fault, but oh my gosh, terrible. But no, I mean, he's lost in a triple threat, him, Randy, and Cena, WrestleMania 24. He lost to Roman Reigns a couple years ago.
32.
He's lost to Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. So yeah, that's that. Say what you want about his ego. I mean, he'll still lose at WrestleMania if it's betterment for the company. So give him credit. I don't even like giving Triple H credit, but there you go.